Hi guys, it's Dan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to be talking about my celebrity sugar daddy experience. So many people are always like, Dan, how do you make your money? How do you have all these nice things? And honestly, you guys, the simple answer to that is I work. I literally work just like every single other person in this world. I don't know why so many people are concerned about what I do, but that's what I do. I work. And no, I do not live off of a sugar daddy for work. I literally have a full-time job. However, I do have a sugar daddy experience that has paid me this $4,000 Louis Vuitton book bag. And I know that I definitely don't look like somebody that a celebrity wants to be a sugar daddy with, let alone associate with, because girl, we see this hair, I know in every single video, I'm like, I'm gonna get it cut, I'm gonna get it cut. Hopefully, by the next time you guys see me, or the time after that, this hair is gonna get cut off because it's like, nah, but for real, this hair has to go. I used to see all these girls on Instagram and on Snapchat. You know how they have that private story and that close friends thing? Well, I used to see all these girls on Instagram and Snapchat posting their shoes and their book bags and their purses. This one that I follow literally posted a picture of a rack of $20,000 and said that that was her payment for sleeping with an NFL player for a night. Girl, $20,000 to sleep with an NFL player. What? I seen that and I was like, bitch, hold the f on. Let me try this shit out. I'm not trying to work no more. Like, if all I gotta do is sleep with an NFL player and get $20,000, then girl, I'm quitting my job right now because this shit is easy money. It's like, no, I'm not sleeping with anybody for $20,000. I'm not that desperate. I don't need money that bad, but I am not opposed, however, to going out on a 2-hour dinner and getting a bag out of it. Like, girl, do you know how much these things cost? And I got it for going out to a dinner for 2 hours. Like, hello, anybody's gonna do that shit. Literally one day I was sitting in my room so bored watching YouTube videos, and watching YouTube videos and seeing all these big YouTubers living their lives, it gets you inspired. It gets you wanting to get the up there and get out there and make your dreams come true. So I was like, how could I do this? How could I make my dreams come true? So Dan, in his smart little brain right here, was like, let's go on Google and type in richest gay celebrities living in New York City. That then brought me to a list of richest gay celebrities living in New York City with all of their net worth, so I could see how much money they had and what they could provide me. It's like, no, I am not like that at all, let alone here I am on camera telling people how I am like that. Oops, we love a contradiction. But no, I literally got this list and got like 10, 15 guys from it and just found their Instagrams and started randomly liking their pictures, and I slid into all their DMs and was like, hey, like being all desperate. And you know what, bitch? Nobody answered me. Literally, nobody answered me. I was so depressed. I was like, oh my God, nobody's answering me. Like, what the fuck? Honestly, I wasn't depressed at all because I knew that I wasn't gonna get a response. Like, I don't know why I was expecting a response from these people until fast forward 1 week, and I did get a response from one guy that we are going to call Jeff. And Jeff is a famous fucking movie producer. Like, famous. Like, I'm talking about A-lister movie producer that if I named off his top 5 movies, like, you guys would all know it. I'm talking about like big time movie producer who is extremely fucking rich and lives in a $20 million penthouse apartment in Manhattan. Sign me the fuck up. I will do whatever I have to do to be associated with you. You know what I'm saying? Take me out to dinner, do whatever the fuck you have to do. I am your friend now. I am your sugar baby now. Hi, do whatever you want. Literally, I got this DM a week later and I shit my pants. I was driving home from work, literally about to kill somebody from all the road rage because nobody in Philly knows how to fucking drive. So I got this DM while I was sitting in traffic and I literally was like, holy shit, there's no way this is real. Like, somebody's fucking... I just burped. I am so sorry. I was like, somebody's playing a joke on me. There's no way this is real. And then I clicked the thing and it was fucking real. Like, it was real. It was the Jeff, the big movie producer. That's not his real name, okay? That's a fake name that I'm using for this video. I am not trying to get sued like I did a few months ago for making a video about somebody. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. It was him. His profile was verified, literally millions of followers. And I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? I have no idea what the to say. Like, what do I do? So I wasn't trying to be that who literally answered in the first 10 seconds. So I was trying to make it seem like he didn't even faze me. So I took a few hours to answer, and we started talking through Instagram DM. And it wasn't anything crazy. Like, it wasn't, we were having full out conversations and, oh my god, hey boo, how was your day, da da da. Like, it wasn't anything like that. Literally just like 3-word sentences back and forth over a few hours. It'd be like, hey, what's up at 5 p.m. and then I'd get a response at like 10 p.m. Nothing, how are you? And then I'd respond to him at like 1 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of conversation. It wasn't anything. Weeks pass by again, nothing is happening. It's just the same small talk going on in the DMs until one day I was like, dude, I do not really check my Instagram DMs that often, and I sent him my phone number. I wasn't expecting anything when I sent him my phone number. I was like, okay, I am some random ass kid living in Philly. This is an A-list celebrity. Like, there's no way he's gonna text me. I don't know. I was just shooting my shot. Is that what you call it? Like, shooting your shot? I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely what you say. Threw your shot? I don't know. One of them. So I threw my shot my shot and sent him my number. And I figured, you know what? Like, I honestly don't really check my Instagram DMs that much. Like, there's just so much that goes down in the DM. It go down. So I figured, this is an A-list celebrity. Like, he probably doesn't really check his DMs either. Let me just send my number and see what happens. Well, bitch, you fucking guessed it. He texted me. And I was kind of like, is this really him? Because I got a text and it wasn't a iMessage. It was green. The bubbles were green. So I'm like, there is no way that this guy does not have an iPhone. Like, this has to be like a joke or a scam, or like maybe somebody new, or just somebody with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me a little bit to believe, and I was like, no, this is not you, send me a picture. And he sent me a picture, and it was him. It was him on the phone. I still don't know why it wasn't iMessage. I'm pretty sure that he probably has a second phone where he talks to like randoms and stuff. Like, there's no way I have his personal number just being like a random citizen and who watches him and who's a fan of him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's not gonna give me his real phone number. So honestly, oh, my phone just went off again. I just got an email. Is it a business email or what? Yes, it is a business email. Check your recent payment. Oh my gosh, they sent me a payment. Thank you. We start texting back and forth, and through Instagram DMs, we weren't talking about anything personal. We weren't talking about money. We weren't talking about any of the sugar daddy type things over Instagram DM. Once I gave him my phone number and we started texting, that's when we started to get into it all and started to get into the like the nitty gritty and like all the personal shit. And then you guys, you will never fucking believe this shit. He literally, out of the blue, fucking blue, sends me a picture of a pig. A pig. A pig. This is a key point to this story is pigs, okay? Because sent me this picture of this pig. I was like, what the is this? Like, what am I supposed to do with a picture of a pig? And he just tells me that he has a slight obsession with pigs. That's a key point into this story. I'm not gonna go into any more detail into that part because you will see why this is important. I didn't really know what my rate should be, as you could say. Like I said, this is my first sugar daddy experience. I was not experienced at all. I had no idea what to charge. I didn't know what to charge for a dinner, this, that. Like, I had no idea what to do or what to say regarding payment. But all I did know was that I wasn't sleeping with anybody. I would not do that. That's just something that I'm not comfortable with. And like I said before, like, I have no problem with people who do this for a living. If you do, like, that's on you. I don't have a problem with it. I support you. I just don't want to be sleeping with somebody for money. That's just my preference. So we're texting, and I decided to ask him if he had any experience with sugar babies, if he was ever a sugar daddy before, if he ever had to buy gifts for somebody, you know what I'm saying? I started to try to get into that line of questioning because ultimately that's all I was looking for. Like, as horrible as it sounds, I am just here to get a check. And this is my check. So I was just looking for some sort of compensation for my time. Keep in mind, this was all over text, so I don't know his exact reaction. Like, I don't know his tone of voice while he was texting me, but you could tell that he thought that I was a idiot for asking that because he's this A-list celebrity, literally probably has 200 people that he could call at any minute and spend money and hook up with, take out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? This is a famous person. Like, I am nobody to him. This guy was not shy with the fact that he was a sugar daddy to other people before. In fact, he was proud of it, and he literally told me that he had a few sugar babies and that one of them was actually named Dan. Like me, Dan. He had another sugar baby named Dan. I was, in fact, not the only one. That is another key fact to this story, is that he had another sugar baby named Dan. So another few weeks go by. I haven't really been texting him. Nothing's really going on until I randomly get another text from Jeff saying, hey, I get off set tonight at 8. Do you want to come and link up for drinks? So I'm like, of course, I am going to drop whatever the I'm doing. I am going up to New York and getting drinks with this guy. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. He says, I'll bring you a gift. I didn't really know what he was talking about, so I was like, what do you mean you'll bring me a gift? And he was like, I'm gonna bring you something to make up for it. And in my head, I'm like, girl, what the f does he mean he's gonna bring me something to make up for it? There was just a fly that almost went right into my mouth. So in my head, I'm like, girl, what does he mean he's gonna make up for it? But I didn't really ask him. I didn't care what he meant. I was just like, okay, he's gonna bring me a gift. He's rich as f, so this gift is gonna be nice as f. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna ask any questions. I agreed to everything. I was like, girl, I'm going to New York. So I got ready, went to the train station, hopped on the Amtrak, and went to New York. I met him at this crazy ass, nice bougie restaurant, girl. I'm talking about bougie. But it was so shady because I walked in there and I was literally the only one there. Literally the only one in there at prime dinner time. So that literally set me off guard so much. I was like, what? Like, why am I the only one in here? He wasn't there. I was there before he got there. It was just the whole shadiest thing in the world. The waitress sat me down and I was just waiting there for like 10 to 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, Jeff walks in the door. So he walked in the door and I turned around and looked at him and I was like, oh, hey, how are you? And introduced myself because we've never met before. So this is the first time we were meeting. So I said, hey, introduced myself. And girl, the fucking look on his face, like, you would never believe it. His jaw literally dropped to the fucking ground. It was the weirdest thing in the entire world. I was confused as fuck. I was thinking to myself, I was like, what? Like, what? Why is he so surprised to see me? Girl, I didn't know what was going on. It was a whole ass mess. So he starts walking over to the table and in his hand is a Louis Vuitton shopping bag with a box inside. So I'm like, oh shit, he got something for me. Like, what the fuck could it be? And then I look at his tie and I notice, remember when I said he liked pigs? Girl, he really fucking meant it when he said he had an obsession with pigs. He had a pig tie on, he had a fucking pig pin on his suit, and he had pig mother socks on. Pigs, literally pigs all over this guy's body. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck did I just get myself involved in? This guy was not kidding at all when he said he had a pig obsession. So he sits down and finally introduces himself. He's like, hey, I'm Jeff. But he was extremely confused and you could tell that he was startled. Well, girl, remember when I also told you that he knew another Dan? This motherfucker was like, oh, you're Dan. Hi, Dan. Nice to meet you. And was so surprised to see me. And then admits that he wasn't expecting to meet me. He was expecting to meet the other Dan that he knew, his other sugar baby. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm sitting there confused as shit. I'm like, okay, so do I get up and leave or do I sit here and drink? Like, I had no idea what the fuck he wanted me to do. So I was like, okay, I'm not the Dan you wanted to meet tonight. So do you want me to leave or do you want to have drinks or what? He was like, nah, we could just sit here and have a few drinks. So we order a drink, start talking, and I'm like, okay, what is inside the bag? All I was curious was what the f was inside of that Louis Vuitton shopping bag. I wanted a gift so bad. He said he was bringing me a gift. I want to know what the fucking gift is. And I know that this gift was not for me because I was like, so what's in the bag? And he was like, oh, well, this was a sorry gift for my other Dan, but since you're here, I might as well just give it to you. Literally, he admitted that the gift wasn't for me, but that I could have it. And I was like, yeah, bitch, give me the fucking bag. I'll take it. I don't care. So I took the bag very proudly and opened it up at the restaurant. And this is what I found inside. And that was it. That was the extent of the sugar daddy experience. Because after I opened the box, he got a random phone call and had to step out from the bar. He gets off the phone and comes back and he's like, I am so sorry, I have to run. My cousin just called me, she got in a serious car accident. And I'm like, what? She definitely did not. There is just no way that things are lining up the way they are. But I was completely content with getting this as a reward for spending all that time going up to New York and wasting my time when he wasn't even planning on meeting up with me. I was not who he was expecting to see, but I did not give a f. That was the end of the story. I haven't talked to this guy since. After that night, I didn't text him, never hit him up on Instagram again, and he never hit me up either. So it was just a whole mess. I probably will never be involved with another celebrity like that again. They are too much drama for me. They are way too much work. They think that their shit don't stink because they're a celebrity and they have money and they can do whatever they want, but I do not need to be involved with that. I do not regret a thing. I do not regret anything that happened at all because, like I said, I got this bag out of it. It was a learning experience. It was an experience that I literally just had to go out for a 2-hour dinner and get drinks and got a $4,000 bag out of it. You know what I'm saying? It was a huge learning opportunity for me. I probably will never do it again, and I do not recommend that you guys do that either. This is not the point of making this video. I am not trying to encourage anybody to get a sugar daddy. This is just me sharing my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave this video a big like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @imdansullivan, right there on the screen. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. I love you so much for watching. Bye.